Hi everybody, welcome. Lovely to see you all. I'm just going to get sort of set up. I feel like I'm a bit too far over to the right, but anyway, there we go. Oh, that's better. Straightened up. My mat's not even straight. That's why I'm out a bit. Anyway, welcome to the replay. If you're joining me not when I'm live, thank you for coming on and getting involved. So we're going to be doing a one sheet wonder, which is kind of like back to basics, back to what we like doing and enjoying. I've been working on a blog post today, so I've been doing a bit of filming and got a bit more to film tomorrow for a blog hop. I think you'll like what I've done, but I can't show you. So I'm going to do something different from what I've been doing today. I was sitting at, we have our midweek prayer meeting on Wednesday, and the venue that we go to has some comfy chairs, and my husband had put one of the cushions just on the side of the floor because he didn't want it on his back, and I was looking at the pattern on it and it had sunflowers on it, so I thought, oh, you know what, I have not used Painted Harvest for a little while. And it's one of those stamp sets that excuse me, when it first came out, we just adored it and we used it loads and loads. And then as the years have gone by, and it is years, this has definitely been around for at least 2 catalogues, if not 3. So I'm anticipating us leaving us in June. And it is a really lovely stamp to stamp with. It's a fantastically designed set. So let's play with it. Now, the other thought I had was that because it's that kind of watercolour feel to it, wouldn't it be nice to team it with the other gorgeous watercolour at the moment, which is Beautiful Friendship? And kind of sunflowers and roses do go together. You get late blooming roses, and you get, sunflowers. So I thought it would be nice to have a go stamping something like that, and something summery. It's been very cold here the last couple of days, and so let's bring on some sunshine in our craft rooms by stamping something fun. Okay, let's take a quick hello to everybody before we get stamping, and then I'm going to get my head down and just get on and stamp. And then I'll do a bit of chatting to you all. So, hi Sandra. Oh no, let's start from the top. Wendy, Sandra, Tanya, Janice, Label, hello. Deborah, Mary, Anne-Marie, Cindy, Karen, Deborah, Sue, Maureen, Vicky, Wanda, Sheila, Tanya, Troy's mum. What are you called again? I've forgotten your name. And Brenda. Lovely to see you. Yes, it is great for creating hedgehogs. Yes. Yes, it is. Right, let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Right, so I have got a couple of other stamp sets that I want to use as well, but more on those in a minute. Let's get this set up. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yes, and then I was thinking, oh, I need a new composition to play with these one sheet wonders, because you've seen me do the same ones a few times, like lines and what have you. What's the other one? Crosses and things like that. So I've thought of a new one. I don't know if it'll work. We will see. But we will try it. Then I thought I love this leaf. I am totally in love with this leaf. Hi Linda, lovely to see you. And Jill, and Audrey, and Carol. Right, I want to, I'll get another green out. I want to get something light in here. I'll get soft sea foam in here. I'm thinking we're going to make an oval, a big oval, all right, and see what happens. And if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, we'll chop it up. The leaf is from Positive Thoughts, so this is in the mini catalogue, the current mini catalogue. Okay. Right, Right, so an oval. So this, oh, it's had a bit of pink on it. Oops. Oops. You know what? I'm going to just keep going. You don't have this one yet? Okay. Yeah, I have to say, I'm not hooked on all the sentiments, but the, yeah, and I have my favourites of this one. This leaf is one of my favourites, and the butterfly. There we go. Okay, so just a bit of an outline border. Not sure if I should have done it that way, but we'll keep going. I want to get my sunflowers in here. Now, because this is going to be a lighter colour, I'm going to aim my sunflowers for where the lighter portions of the green are. Yeah, there are dies that are going to be available for that stamp set, and they're going to be available to customers at the beginning of February. So if you really, really love this stamp set and you want something to cut them out with, there are going to be dies. So there are going to be dies for the leaf, butterfly, all these. I'm not sure about this portion here. I've not studied it that hard. So. Oh, what if my crushed curry needs re-inking? Just checking I've got the right ink pad. 11 dies. Ah, okay. So there might be a few more than I thought. Okay, for those of you who've just joined, I'm going for a bit of an oval kind of shape, but that's just to kind of have something to think about. It's not for any, particular reason. Right, so with the sunflower, there are 2 stamps that you are supposed to use. There's the first one that I've laid down with a lighter colour, and so I've just done that with crushed curry. This is now Grapefruit Grove. And I think there was supposed to be a way of lining these up, but I don't tend to bother too much about trying to line them up. This one has, I mean, they both have a slight oval, but, I say just whatever you do, it looks fabulous. And that's what I like about this stamp set, really. It's hard to make a mistake with it. I guess if you wanted to, oh, you know what? I've not done 3-step stamping with this. What about we then go over it again, but with terracotta tile? I'm going to make sure I change the position of it. Ooh. That's quite nice, isn't it? So this has sort of 3 shades on it. That's really nice. Okay, and I want to go in with the terracotta tile and do the centres. Now, I know I've shown you this before, but because it's hard to get them to line up, I aim for the middle, then I lift, and then I do little stamps round and about just to fill in any gaps that there may have been because I didn't quite get it right in the middle. Okay. It's grown on me, this colour, Sandra. I initially was a bit orangey, but actually I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so that's the terracotta tile down. Hi, Esther. Okay, so I want some roses in here now. I was thinking of possibly putting the hydrangea stamp in there, but if I'm going to use it, I wanted it to like a purpley colour, but I think rich razzleberry might be a little bit too dark. So I think I might stamp off Rich Razzleberry. And before you suggest to me to use Highland Heather, to me Highland Heather has got a bluey tinge to it. It's a bit too much on the bluey side. I wanted something a bit more reddy toned, so hi Jenny in Perth, morning. Okay, happy with that. I always seem to get ink on me, don't I? Hi, good morning Vanessa. 4 p.m. in Illinois and 11 p.m. in Germany. Sorry, I've just got bits on there. Don't know why. There we go. Right, so on to the pinks. So we're going to start hitting the roses now. Now I'm wondering if this rose is a little bit too big, so I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with the smaller one. And now I'm sort of looking at this and thinking, where are the gaps? So we've got, you know, gap here, bit of a gap there, there. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. Oh, that's a useful tip, Vanessa. Thank you. Now, I was thinking of putting lovely lipstick as some sort of centerpiece for these ones, but just to tie in, I think, the colour from the terracotta tile, I'm actually going to use that instead. I can never quite figure out which way around this is supposed to go. It's that way. This is Flirty Flamingo. Hello, sticker lady. First time on my YouTube channel or first time on a live? What a cool name, the sticker lady. Don't we all love stickers? What is it about stickers? It must be a childhood thing. Right. Okay, so looking good. Need to get some green in here now, but I'm also aware I do want to get some more orange with the Grapefruit Grove. So really I would go for this piece here to put some lengthy bits, but we do have a feather. So shall we push the boat out and have a feather instead? And then also we do have these ferns from Painted Harvest that we've not used yet. So I must remember to leave spaces for those. So let's just be careful where we do this. I don't want it to be everywhere. Oh, that's very gentle. Hold on. I don't know if it's because I didn't ink it up properly. Oh, that's better. Excuse me. I think my pad needs re-inking. It's quite dry around this area here, so I'm going to ink up around here. So let's just... That is really pretty. Right, we don't want them everywhere, so we're just going to do that. Well, who'd have thought it? Feathers tucked in. Just seems to work. Right, okay. Now the other thing was some of this leaf. Oh, the cashier at Michael's calls me sticker lady. Is that because you'd buy stickers? Hi, Ali. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so this fern now is going to just add a bit of extra texture, which I think it does need. And I need to break up a bit of this purple. There's too much purple here. Okay, now we do have this leaf, or we do have the leaf, this one, which you know that I'm so partial to, because it just seems to slip into little corners. It's such an easy one to use, you know, you can really get it tucked in. Yeah, Vicky, me too, and that's why I've used it. Okay, I'm actually going to stamp off this green just because I'm a bit scared of what it might do. So I'm just going to stamp off. Yeah, it doesn't need to be that dark. Okay, so hands up, who's got the sunflower set? If you can put a flower emoji, put a flower emoji. Who's got the sunflower? See if you can find the sunflower emoji. I know some of you have got this. You'll have had it a while. I don't know if it was like me, I was just excited to have a really gorgeous leaf punch. It was a long time since we'd had a really nice leaf punch. So it was like, yes, leaf punch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Audrey's never used it. Oh, 11, 12. Now it's really interesting. Looking at this on a screen is really helpful for me because I can sort of spot where there are different areas that are sort of darker. So I can see that this is sort of like a darkish area and that might need a bit more. See, I'm wondering whether to go over it now with the darker green. No, not sure. Right, I did want to use the butterfly. However, I think what I'm going to do is chop it up first. Or I'm going to just have a think about how I'm going to use this. So if I cut this here and cut this here like that. If I cut that there, I'll probably put butterflies in those corners. So let's just go for it. Yeah, good idea, Vanessa, but you know what? I've got stuff that way, and that way. I've not got space for another piece of paper. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Hi, Steph. That's all right. You're allowed. You've had a busy day, girl. Lady. So I'm wondering, rich razzleberry now for my butterfly, but it's full strength. Hi, Jane. You don't have this stamp set, Carol. Oh, it is. It's lovely. And I know loads of you have got beautiful friendship. I do know that. Right. Oh, I enjoy doing that. It is so satisfying. I can't tell you. You have all the stamp sets I've used so far. Well, there we go. Do you want me to just quickly go over the colours? And I think I've got time to do one more. Okay, let's go over this. Okay, so you need a spyglass for patchwork placements. Oh, okay. Right. So if you haven't got soft sea foam, anything pale will be fine. So, you know, last night we were talking about colour tints and things like that. You basically want a tint. And that first stamping of those leaves, so you don't, you know, have to do it with that one if you don't have it. It's just to create that oval shape. Okay, it's just a bit of a base. And then once you have that down, I did the sunflower in crushed curry, grapefruit grove and terracotta tile. Then the roses in Flirty Flamingo and the centres in terracotta tile. I didn't use lovely lipstick, don't know why I'd put that there. And then the hydrangeas were stamped off rich razzleberry. And then the butterflies were full strength rich razzleberry. Then the fern leaves were granny apple green, and I used the fern leaf that you're meant to stamp on top. That one. Okay, this one gives a very different look. One I used. And then I used the little leaf, the triple leaf, that one, in granny apple green, but I stamped it off to do these sort of little bits in here and here and here. And then the feathers were stamped in grapefruit grove. So that the feather there. All right. Right, that's 2 sets I'll get to buy in the future. Okay. Oops. Just a little bit of enabling tonight. So if you're watching in the UK and it's the first time you've ever come to my channel and you're thinking, I want to make that, then please get in touch with me, because I can sell you these stamp sets. Quite happy to. And these 3 stamp sets will keep you going for a very long time. A very, very long time. And I can give you advice about what colours to buy for the first time. So, you know, I mean, if you like that, then yeah, you can make that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 ink colours there. But, it's very addictive hobby. But it's very calming and satisfying as well. Right, let's do another one. I'm wondering if this time, if I do the hydrangeas first, but I'm going to give them a clean off because I used purple on it last time, didn't I? Oh, you've ordered the coordinated days. Oh, exciting. Steph is holding from buying. You got to get on and use what you got, Steph. Yeah, use what you have. Love the stamps you have. If you can't have, what's that line? If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. So if you can't have the stamps you love the stamps you have. All right. Right, so this time, let's go with a bit of crushed curry. So same colour scheme. Thank you, Linda. Have you got these stamp sets? So I'm going to go for this oval technique again. This feels like it's got... Well, maybe it's just because it's mixing a bit. That feels darker, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Right, so crushed curry. In an oval. Then let's go a little bit darker with... I was tempted to go pink with the sunflowers, but no, I'm not going to go that drastic. I think I'll use Grapefruit Grove and Terracotta tile, and maybe even some lovely lipstick. Yes, Steph. So don't be tempted to buy anything. Just, yes, get to the point where you can sit and enjoy. That's the wrong stamp I've just stamped with. Right, start again. That one. That one. Yeah, I definitely want to go over this with terracotta tile. I want it to stand out a bit more. Okay. So now I want to do something a bit crazy and use a lovely lipstick. Oh, you know what? I think this needs re-inking. So this is now terracotta tile in the centre. Okay, so that's the sunflowers done. Ooh, what if we go purple roses? Should we just do it? Let's just see what happens. It is, isn't it? Very dramatic. It will calm down once the colour dries. It does calm down a little bit. So. Okay, I'm wanting to get some leaves in here now. No, it's a new one. Do you mean labelled with me bold? This one? That's a new one. Just come out. It's a $1 million sales one. It was designed by a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first is stamp with soft sea foam, the solid. I'm actually going to do some two-step stamping with this. So Stampin' Up! Are very good at designing sets where you stamp one image and then you stamp another one over the top. And it just creates this gorgeous, you know, not what's the word I want? Multi-dimensional effect rather than it just being a solid colour. So I don't know if you can see, I'm actually being careful not to ink up my stem because I'm trying to get my leaves tucked in. Look, I've got ink on there. It's because I've got ink on my hands. Okay. Yes, it's in the mini, Audrey. Okay, so now I just need to spend a little moment trying to line these up. I'm not too pedantic about it, but trying to aim in the right place. Okay, so I'm wondering whether to just go back in there now and do some stamped off ones, but without the other solid. Just to get a bit more of a feathery look. Actually, talking about feathers, I am going to stamp that feather in a second, but I just want some more green on here at the moment. Okay. Pedantic, one of our Fab family words. It's a good word, isn't it? Pedantic. Right, I think the feather, I was going to do it crushed curry. My crushed curry that at the moment looks peachy. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's just this lighting. No, it's inked fine. Anyway, just one of those things. Right, where's the feather? Always a pretty feather. Yeah, I think it's nice to use it as a leaf. I don't generally use feathers in card making or card design. And Stampin' Up! Occasionally do come out with a feather set, don't they? And I've always admired cards with them on, but never really used them myself. So this is quite liberating for me to use a feather. Perhaps I'll start using them in floral arrangements more. You thought it was a leaf? No, it is a feather. It is this feather here, Audrey. This one here. Oh, Vanessa. Yeah. Use tweezers, maybe? Okay. I think we need like a smaller design in here somewhere, like a smaller flower, or maybe see, there is this flower, but I'm a bit reluctant to use it because it's not a sort of watercolory effect, is it? It's a bit different, and yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, initially, let's just sort out the centres of these purple roses. I'll do that first, and then I'll have another think about what else needs to be done. So I'm just putting a little bit of pink inside all these here. Oh, I've just realised what I could use. I haven't used the lovely sort of feathery one from Beautiful Friendship yet, have I? This one. Oh, and there's that little rosebuds. But what colour? Do we go for terracotta tile? Dots, says Sheila. Yes, there are those little dots from Painted Harvest I could use. Okay, let's just... Oh, that's better. It just sort of breathes life into it, doesn't it? I think it's having these little sort of dotty elements. It just brings it together. The other little favourite thing of mine is this little thing here. I'm not sure if I need it just yet. It does, doesn't it? I love to journal. Okay, right, I think I need to go back in here now with some green. Where's my green leaf? You know what? Next time I do this, I'll do it on a 12 by 12 and actually make it look like a wreath. Oh yes, there are some speckles in there. They're actually quite large dots, though in Label Me Bold, so I use them very carefully. Okay, I'm looking at this on the screen now and I'm thinking, where are the gaps? I'm not liking, there's too much of a contrast between those two greens. So I'm going to just go in with some more of the soft sea foam to soften off these areas. I know you guys probably can't really see the difference, but it does to me. Okay, right. I think the speckles from, look, there's these tiny little speckles here. Hi, Pete. Lovely and very practical philosophy. What my approach to how I do it. Okay, I'm going to stamp off to start off with because, as I said, I'm a bit scared of the amount of purple. Oh, that's barely showing up. Get you in. Should I just do it? Oops. They do, don't they, Sandra? You wouldn't believe it, would you? Until you actually do it. It's like, really? Dots? It's like, oh, dude. I'm wondering whether the other one needs dots now. I think it might do. Oh my goodness, this is so satisfying. Don't underestimate the dotage and the splattage. The dottage and the splottage. I tell you what the dots are doing, actually. I'm looking at where I'm finding myself pulled towards putting them. And it's areas like the beginning of a stem where it looks a bit clumsy, or like spaces in between things. Like here. You know, I think because I end up doing a lot of stamping now instinctually, because I've been doing it a long time, I have to step back or step outside myself and kind of go, why am I doing that? Why am I finding myself drawn to doing it? Because you see, I spot the places it needs, but I don't think about it. So I need to do that more for you guys, really, so that you understand the process. But then I almost don't want you to overthink the process, because you need to start to behave instinctually when you stamp, rather than relying on remembering something that I've said, or, you know, so it's a fine balance, very fine balance. Yeah, looks better with the spots. Oh, thanks, Nadia. It's nice to be. Okay, I want to take photos of these, so I don't really want to cut these up right now, if that's okay with you guys. I need to get an eraser on that. Let me see if I can find it. With my newly sorted out desk, I should be able to find these things, but that one might be a little bit elusive. I thought I put... Oh, hold on. I don't know if this is a good one. Let's have no. I think I've got one that's a bit better than this one. It's not so good, this one. Right, if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask. Yes, I do. I did have a sand eraser. And it was quite a good one, but I've put it somewhere. I've just noticed I've got, though, a little emery board in here. I'm wondering if I use the fine side. Let's see if it'll come off. Stamp bee or dragonfly over it. Yeah, could do. Well, it's come off a bit. Oh yeah, look. Ta-da! Yay! That worked. There we go. Little emery board. That worked. Oh, I'm going to keep that in my toolkit. Right, this was deeply satisfying, I have to say. Very, very relaxing. Oops, sorry. Very relaxing. So again, don't feel you have to have exactly the same stamps as me to be able to do this. Just have a look at your collection. And these are frame worthy. Oh, you're too kind. Yes, maybe with a word or something in it. Let's have a look at the other one. Let's compare. I deliberately wanted to use similar colour palettes so that you could see, you know, the possibilities, really. And that, you know, if you're beginning on this stamping journey, choose your stamp sets carefully. All right, just, I suppose, you know, watch a few people, but then also go by instinct. You know, if that's if you just really love the images on a stamp set, you're going to love. You're going to love it when you stamp it, aren't you? Let's see how high I can get. Oh, look, there we go. You can get both of them in now. You can see how untidy my desk is. There we go. Right, so do you want me to go over the colours of this one? And again, please type your questions now if you have any. And if you're watching on the replay too, please do ask any questions that you may have. Oops, excuse me. Okay, so this time I stamped the sunflower in Grapefruit Grove and Terracotta tile and Lovely lipstick. So that's what the sunflowers were done in. Hi Linda! Yes, watch the replay, please do. Then I stamped the hydrangeas first of all. Sorry, I forgot about that. I stamped the hydrangea stamp from Beautiful Friendship, that one. That was stamped in yellow all around. Now you can barely see it through there, but it just gave that really lovely base for which to kind of like do everything else. So that was in Crushed Curry, although it looks slightly peachy to me, but I don't know if that's my eyesight or if I managed to put some ink on it. It might just be me. Then the roses were stamped in Rich Razzleberry with the Lovely lipstick centres. The ferns were stamped in Terracotta tile. Then the leaves were stamped in a combination of soft seafoam and Granny Apple Green. And, oh, I didn't end up using pink at all. The pink on that. That didn't happen. So that's your colour palette for that one. I make it look so easy. Thank you, Brenda. Too kind. Right. I really enjoy. Oh, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed making these. And yeah, really lovely. Right, I'm going to flip the camera and say a quick hello to you guys. I don't know what state my hair's in. Oh dear. And let's see if there's any question. Let me just go back on your here. Love the dots with the butterfly. Yes. Yeah, and if you don't have Painted Harvest, just use a different stamp set. And there are lots of other stamp sets that have dots in them. I mean, if I was going to go super romantic on this, I would have used the dots from Waterfront, because those are really, really delicate. Thanks, Wanda. Why did I enjoy? Yeah, I guess it's florals, it's rich colours. It's a concept I'd not done before. So I literally was just, after I typed I'll be live in 5, and I went to the loo, I thought of doing an oval, and I thought, not done that one before. Let's see if it works. Because I like coming up with ideas that I know I can just simply tell you guys that you can then replicate. It also, if we're thinking from the colour palette point of view, if you guys have been watching my lessons on, sorry, colour wheel, not colour palette. Where's my colour wheel gone? You've got the yellow, orange and pink and purple, which are all on the same, you know, they're all complementary. And then you've got the green chucked in, which is the opposite, over on the opposite side. Although green kind of you would say is next to yellow. So it's all one side of the colour wheel. See if I can find it. No, I can't. Anyway, so they're all kind of like on one side of the colour wheel. So we've basically missed out kind of, apart from the little bit of blue that's in purple, we've ended up with a bluey shade, purple. The yellows and oranges shades. Did I put it away? You'd think so, wouldn't you? I do have a pile of stuff to my left, and I've got loads of stuff in a tray of things that I'm currently working on. So, oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. All right, let's just flip this again. A replacement for terracotta tile would be Cajun Craze or Calypso Coral. Actually, Calypso Coral is closer to terracotta tile than Cajun. Cajun is darker. Yeah, so here we go, look. So we used yellowy green, so just literally tipping into oh, sorry. Get that better for you. So we went slightly into the yellows and greens there, and then we certainly, well, yeah, yellows, but by adding yellow to green, we get that limey green, and then adding white to it, look, that soft sea foam down there. And this is not a Stampin' Up wheel, okay? Can I just say that? This is not Stampin' Up. This is just a generic colour wheel. Whatever colour wheel you buy will be like this. I've just realised someone super chat me. Who was that? I completely missed that way back when. Thank you so much. Who was that? It did not show up. Thank you. Was that you, Linda? Because I saw you said something, but I didn't. Thank you, whoever it was. Yeah, so you've got terracotta tile. Excellent, Linda. Then, okay, so we went from the lime green. So we had crushed curry, which is yellow. Crushed curry is yellow orange with a bit of black, I'd say, a bit of grey in it. Yeah. Then we had so Grapefruit Grove and Terracotta Tile are in this sort of red orangey kind of family, but with it's a tint. So with a bit of, right, so if I flip this over, oops, there we go. So orange mixed with a bit of white here is going towards the Grapefruit Grove, you know, those kind of colours. And then Lovely Lipstick is really reddy, purpley, very little bit of purple mixed with white, but a really saturated pink. And then Rich Razzleberry certainly then towards here. So as I said, we've just used colour from this side of the wheel. Okay, this side of the wheel. So it'll be interesting for us to do something maybe next time, something from this side of the wheel. Okay. Yes, pumpkin pie will do. Yeah, so anything, so okay, so let's talk about the other colours I could have used, if that's helpful. So there's So Saffron, Daffodil Delight, Pineapple Punch, which would come all underneath the yellows. Then in terms of the oranges, we have Pumpkin Pie. If you've got the old, like if you have Tangerine Tango or Hello Honey. Oh, I miss Hello Honey. Loved Hello Honey. Yeah, all those kind of orangey, Tangelo Twist. Was that a colour from years ago? I would also say Petal Pink would come under very much the lighter of these. Petal Pink is like a lighter version of Grapefruit Grove. So you could use that. Then going into the darker shades, what have we got? We've got Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, then Cajun Craze is really red-orange with a bit of black in it. Hi, Bev! You can't see. Go away. You'll have to watch the replay. We're just talking about colours that we've used today. Yeah. And then in terms of the purples, I could have used, yes, Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather, but that would really have started pushing me towards the blue. You have wine and you're ready. Oh, babe, I'm finishing off now. So don't watch too much. Just scroll back and start watching from the beginning. Right, that's it, because I'm finished. I am done in and finished. Done in, well, when I say done in, it means tired. But I have really enjoyed this. So no, Bev, no. Yes, don't look. Don't look. Go start the other one and enjoy. You can send me your comments as you're watching. I love reading people's comments as they watch. It's great. And I'm really sorry I didn't catch that super chat. It didn't seem to show up. It's just funny like that, isn't it? So whoever it was, I'm just looking, I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling back, and it's not showing up. No. Oh well, I'll flip the camera around again. There we go. Oh no, oh that's my dirty desk. Right. Thank you for your combination. You're welcome. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. And it's been lovely to see Misty Diane. She's been sharing some one-sheet wonders that she's been doing on Instagram and tagging me in them. And, oh, can you, Janice? Thank you for that. Cheers. So, it's, yeah, so keep sharing on Artful Stampin' Space. It's so lovely to see what you guys are doing with your own stamp sets. And she had a couple that I was like, oh, like I haven't got that lovely rose that it was one of the first distinctive stamps. You know that rose, is it Sending Hugs? It's a really pretty one and the leaf is gorgeous on it, and that's in the main catalogue and I've not had it, so she used that. It was really pretty. It's just she's done about 6, I think, she sent me through, and it's just really addictive, isn't it? It's just really nice to see. So now you know, if you ever get into it, you kind of know why you just keep doing more and more. And it's I was thinking about it the other day. It's just pattern creating, isn't it? It's the idea that we can create something, you know, ourselves, which is wonderful. And then I had an idea. So I was in further into Wales yesterday, visiting a friend. I was visiting my downline actually, and further in a bit more is the area of Carno and Caersus, where Laura Ashley had her factories. And Laura Ashley, she was the master of pattern actually. And oh, I've got a feeling I've got rid of some of the books I used to have on her. I might have to pick up some new ones. Not new ones, old ones, new old ones. And I'd be interested to have a look at her patterns and maybe try and emulate some of them, but with our modern colours. Because I have a friend of mine who she loves Stampin' Up! Products, and she also loved Laura Ashley. Her father used to work for Laura Ashley, so she said she knows a lot about all the patterns that Laura Ashley came out with. And Stampin' Up! Kind of fulfilled in her a little kind of craving for pattern, because she really liked what Stampin' Up! Did. So yeah, I was just reflecting on that and thinking, oh, I'd like to get hold of some of those patterns and show you guys, and then try and do something inspired by Laura Ashley. Now, current Laura Ashley prints are obviously not designed by her because she's passed away now. But generally, they still have a real, I don't know who it is that designs for them, but they still do have a very good eye for colour. So, yeah, there we go. Right, I just read something then. I gifted my bookmarks to my 2 aunties today, and wished them Happy New Year. They were tickled pink. Oh, fabulous. That's awesome. Who was that? Audrey. Oh, brilliant, Audrey. Oh, is Esther off to bed? Night night, Esther. You like Laura Ashley's well, Jane. Okay. Yes, a few years ago now. Yeah. I read a biography of hers. Very interesting lady. It had amazing kind of what's the word? She had an amazing sort of regard for her workers, and was known for trying to put very fair working hours. Like 85, there we go. She would always, like Sundays, all the factories would be shut because she believed that people should be with their families. And then I think it was like one of the days would be a half day. I think it was maybe a Friday or something. She was very family orientated, and it was really interesting reading her biography to sort of sense the struggle of her sort of running a business and then becoming sort of kind of famous, really, and having to keep that business going with balancing her own family life. And I think she always struggled with that, not being able to spend as much time with her family as she in her heart really wanted to do. And also she partly resented, I think, being the figurehead of the business. So to start off with, it was her husband. It was very much her husband who she said, oh, it's his decision, she delegated, it was for him to make the big decisions. But then as time went on, people liked her being the figurehead, and she was the designer, and it was her name on it. So if you can ever get to read the biography, it's very interesting. And then when I read it, and I'm sure I've said this on YouTube before, I read that she had been evacuated from London to South Wales during the war, and she stayed in a little town called Dowlais. Now, my in-laws used to live near Dowlais. Now, is Wendy watching? Wendy March? Or if any of my South Walian viewers are watching. My in-laws went to the same church that she went to when she was evacuated. And I went there once. And I remember thinking, oh, I might have sat in the same pew as Laura Ashley. So, yes, Deborah. Have you read up on her? Or are you reading it on Wikipedia now? Yeah. So there we go. Actually, friend who's a demo who comes to my classes, she messaged me and said, oh, do you fancy going next time she comes to a class? Do you fancy going to there's a Laura Ashley based basically in the town next to me. The headquarters are kind of there for people who order curtains and things like that. The phone lines are manned there, and the computers are all done there. And there's a factory shop there. So she said, oh, do you fancy going to the factory shop? You've read about her because you were in love with her designs. Oh, yeah, she reminds me a little bit of her love of older patterns reminds me a little bit of Anna Griffin. That real kind of like hunger and search for pattern. I see that in Anna Griffin too. So yeah, there we go. Right. Sorry, didn't mean to witter on, but there we go. No, it's interesting, isn't it? And it's nice to kind of understand where our passions come from or going, and what triggers other people's passions and things. So yes, very much the vintage feel. I had a beautiful bed comforter set she did. Oh, Laura Ashley, fab. Yeah, over the years I've picked up bits of fabric. I have I'll have to wear it one day. I bought a caftan in a charity shop, and as soon as I sort of felt it, I knew it was one of her older styles. Well, looking at it, you can tell it's an older style, like from the 70s. And when I look at the print of it, you can see that it was like the old way of, like the proper old way of printing. You can kind of see it was like one layer of colour, then another layer of colour put over the top of it. And every so often I do wear it because it's so comfy, but it's quite voluminous. It's quite big, but it's very, very comfy. So one day, maybe when I do a Laura Ashley themed video, I'll wear my Laura Ashley caftan and do some Laura Ashley inspired designs. There we go. Right, hello. I've just seen a few more people come in, but you got married in a Laura Ashley wedding dress. It was patterned. It was white. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, Wendy, can you share pictures? Oh, Pisces Queens. She'd love that. Hi, Christine. Hi, Bobby. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting tired now. Yeah, it's red and blue. Yeah, it's red and blue. So there we go. Right, Bobby, you've missed a treat. Oh, your bridesmaids had Laura Ashley dresses. There we go. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember weddings from the 80s and 90s. People were like really into Laura Ashley. Yeah, bridesmaids dresses. There we go. Right, these stampings would make great great what's the word? Things for your hair. Oh, I bet, Janice. I bet you were. You'll be sickened, honestly. This factory shop, when I say sickened, I mean good sickened. Like, if they've got a really good sale on, you can pick up curtains for like a tenner and wallpaper for £3. And I've got Laura Ashley wallpaper in my bedroom. Yeah, I did get that. But that was a sale. £1 a metre. Wow. Wow, that's really good. Right, if you've watched this on the replay and made it all the way to this bit, well done, Bobby. Where's this route? The factory shop is in Newtown, down the road from me. Yeah, I don't even know where it is. I've heard so many people talk about it, and it used to be that they would just do it on certain days, so it was only people in the know would kind of know about these sale days. But now they have they just have that factory store. So they sometimes sell furniture. So right, I'm going to stop wittering and go. Oh, that's lovely, Wendy. Right, take care. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and see you again soon.